What's going on, everybody? Metal Dragon again. And right now I only have 4 minutes left on this camera. So what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to do a quick review if I can. And hopefully it goes well like that. And there's so many albums I wish I could talk about, but I just want to get this one out of the way, because this one I just feel like I need to talk about. And I'll probably get to another one I'll talk about later. But the one I'm going to talk about right now is Soulfly Enslaved. Soulfly is a band from Brazil, and there's not a whole lot of metal bands who come out of Brazil. And of course, if you don't know who the frontman is, Max Cavalera used to be in a band called, get it out here, Sepultura. Now I'm not going to talk about the whole band and everything, because right now, like I said, I got 4 minutes left, and maybe next time I'll talk about the band when I got time. On the camera, at least. But I think I could try to put a little bit in there. When Max Cavalera, I think he either left or got kicked out. Either way. When he left Sepultura, he formed Soulfly. The reason why he formed Soulfly is because he wanted to experiment with stuff that he couldn't do in Sepultura. Now, throughout the years, Soulfly has been known to have these weird, unique things go on in there in every single album. Like, their first two albums had this like real Brazil jungle style. What I mean by that is there were bongos, the berimbau, sitar, and a whole lot of cultural stuff, which was awesome for me because I like Soulfly. I liked what they were doing because they added some culture stuff into their metal. And I got about 2 more minutes left, so I'm going to try to hurry. But Enslaved. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I haven't listened to a whole lot of this album just because I got so many metal albums that I'm listening to. And it's hard for me to even get to either one in particular, especially this one. But I've heard like maybe 5 tracks of this album. And honestly, the review I can give this album is just kind of like this. I like Soulfly, I like what they did, but this album to me, it is brutal, it's heavy, and I love it for that. But also, I think it's kind of like a lackluster for some odd reason for me. The reason why I say that is because if you look at Soulfly from the 90s, it was like this jungle cultural mix sound, you know. Max always experimented with this stuff, but this is just straight up metal. Not like that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, but it's kind of like it's got this like death metal, black metal thing. It's kind of like lackluster. It's just mainly a fast, heavy riff, growling vocals half the time, and it's just kind of like obnoxious a little bit. You know, I mean, it's still heavy, and there's a few tracks on here that are still good, but some of it is just kind of, you know. And how would I rate this album? I would give it maybe a 6.5, maybe. Or the only way I can say it is that it's a good album. But what I would really like for Soulfly to do is go back to maybe something like they did with Conqueror, which was a great heavy album and it had these cool stuff into it. This one is kind of like just more of a straight up death metal, black metal album. Okay, I like this album, but I just don't think it's like the most amazing album they released. And I only got a few seconds left, but I'm going to try to hurry. So again, good album, but not a great album. Hopefully in the near future they'll do something like they did with Conqueror or on the first 2 albums. So yeah. That's all I'm going to say. Hopefully I'll make more videos in the future. Subscribe, vote, like, dislike, whatever. I'm Metal Dragon. See you later.